guys, this is Allison from Club Pilates Valrico and Lakeland. I'm so glad to be with you again here today. I'm hoping that you're staying energized throughout all of this process. I know it's been giving me a lot of energy to be able to put these classes together for you and be able to move with you also. We're going to come lying down on our backs today. So those knees are bent, those heels are right in line with the sits bones. We're going to let those hands come onto the rib cage. We're noticing our breath here. We're finding a nice expansiveness of the breath and just coming into the space. So I want you just to focus. You can even let those eyes fall shut, shoulders relax open, those elbows heavy into the floor. So those hands just weighted on those ribs. You're taking that nice deep inhale in. You're getting that expansiveness of the breath. Rib cage moving in all directions, side to side, front and back, like an accordion. Exhale, following all the way out to empty, letting that release, relax, settle. Inhale, expansiveness of the breath. And exhale, release, following it all the way out to empty. More than anything right now, we need that sense of the breath. We need that sense of space we can create with that, release that we can create with that. So those hands are going to migrate their way onto the front of the pelvis. We're going to go into our pelvic rocks. Nice little gentle release of that low lumbar. We're exhaling as we scoop, guiding that pelvis back. We're inhaling as with that rock forward, maybe to a little bit of an arch. Judge what range feels good for you. Exhale, scooping on back that low lumbar imprint. Inhale, rocking past neutral, maybe to a little bit of an arch. Exhale and scoop. Inhale and arch. We'll do one more. Exhale, scoop, hollowing back. Inhale, find your neutral pelvis. Mostly working in neutral, so feeling that sense of where that low lumbar has that sense of space, that front line of the front of the pelvis, nice and flat there. We're going to take those arms reaching up towards the ceiling here, getting a little shoulder mobility. So those fingers are reaching up towards the ceiling on the inhale. I close that front of the chest a little bit on the exhale. My upper arm is sinking in and back. Let it make contact with the mat. Inhale, reach those fingertips up to the ceiling. Exhale, sink that upper arm in and back into the socket, feeling that sense of that connection. Inhale to reach. Exhale to press. Inhale to reach. Exhale to release. We're taking a little arm circle here. Reach those arms back. So they come in line with the ears. They're at a hover still. Send those palms facing up. Sweep those arms around. Gather them into the hips. Arms reach up to the ceiling. We're inhaling those arms back. Notice a connection to those front ribs maintains. We don't let that arch through the torso. So palms shine up. Circle those arms around. Get a nice gentle mobility here. Arms reach up and back. Inhale. Exhale those arms to sweep. Do that one more time. Reach those arms on up. Those arms extend, reaching on back. Palms circle around. And we're going to come halfway here. Let the back of the palms come to this T. Back of the palms resting on the floor. Palms shining up towards the ceiling here. And just feel this nice openness, expansiveness across the front of the chest. Walk those feet a little closer together into center. And we're going to take a little spinal twist here. Now again, just starting it gentle, and you can grow the range as you feel like you're ready for. We're going to let those knees fall their way over to the right, and then our gaze is going to look to the left. Nice deep inhale. Exhale those knees to center, and those knees fall to the left. My gaze is looking to the right. Head's always looking in opposition of those knees. I draw those knees back to center. Inhale, exhale, draw those knees and over. Good. Now if you're here, if you want to deepen it, you're going to let that hand that's the closest where those knees are just rest on the thigh there. Let your gaze look in opposition and try to let that opposite shoulder connect to the floor in opposition. Let that come back through center, arms open back to that T, those knees fall over to the left, my gaze is to the right, and my hand on the same side those knees are is going to rest onto those thighs. I'm looking away. Nice deep inhale. Exhale those legs back through center. Walk those feet back to hip width distance apart, right in line with your sits bones. Let those arms migrate their way back to either side, this time with the palm down. We're starting to spiral that upper collarbone, connecting that upper arm with that planted pressure. We're back into our neutral spine and neutral pelvis. We're letting that right leg come on up to our tabletop. And we're exhaling that left leg up to join into our tabletop. We're connecting that breath to hold those legs in space. Already some work going on here. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, drawing in. You're tightening the belt nice and taut at the waist. Nice deep inhale. and exhale, connecting on in. So we're gonna move on our exhale breath. We're gonna move into our toe taps. So nice deep inhale. On that exhale, that right leg is hinging, lengthening forward, little tap down, and coming back up. Inhale, prepare, exhale. Send that leg away, keep drawing in, that exhale out as you're drawing in that core. Inhale that knee back on up. Exhale and tap. Inhale it out. We're going to continue doing a few more of these, so level it up as you want, as you know. So if you are used to doing that curl, or maybe that curl is something that feels like you want to work a little bit more into this, add that curl. You can either let the hands stay long by our side here, or you can let them, if you feel like you need a little bit more support for that head and neck, come right behind the head and neck. We're exhaling that leg away, inhaling on up, exhale that leg away, and then gathering on up. Let that release on down with the head. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, reconnecting back into that position you were. If you were in that curl, you're going to join that curl back on up. If you're keeping that head down, you can keep it down. We're going to go into our double leg toe taps. Exhale those legs down, starting halfway. Inhale back on up. Exhale as a leg weight. So we're noticing as we're moving nice and slow, are we able to stabilize? Are we able to keep this stable pelvis to torso? If it's feeling like it's wanting to arch at all, find where you can go to a range where you can support. If you can go farther, give it a little bit more challenge, maybe moving all the way down to that toe tap. Let's do 2 more here. And 1. Let those legs come on back up. Release those arms, coming on down. Not quite done here. Nice deep inhale. On that exhale, re-energize that curl. Support that head if you need to. Those arms can also stay long. Single leg to reach. Inhale, exhale, and reach. You're going to find the level that leg can go at. So if it starts a little higher up in the diagonal, that's going to be a lot of work for the abdominals, but the lower you go, it's more work. So if you feel like you can't quite support where you're reaching with that leg, come a little bit higher up with it. Bend both knees in, inhale. Exhale, both legs reaching on out. Inhaling in, exhale those legs to reach. Inhaling in, exhale all the way out to empty, draw in that core. Inhaling in, exhale out to reach. One more, inhaling in, exhale out to reach. Bend those knees on in. Let that upper body come down. If it's up, let those legs come on down, resting on down. Good. Energize those arms with their reach on up. Again, feel that sense of when we were doing our shoulder shrugs here, that sense of that back of the shoulder connection into the mat. So our arms are going to keep this reach up to the ceiling, giving a little more challenge as we build our bridge here. So I have this nice broadness in my shoulder blades, that's going to be part of my stability as well as my feet. So nice deep inhale, we're building our bridge. We're starting with that posterior scoop of that pelvis on back. As you feel that posterior scoop, squeeze those low glutes right at the crease there, nice and deep. And then start to build that bridge, lifting one vertebrae at a time, opening those front of the hips up towards the ceiling. So feel that broadness of the shoulder blades, make that contact. Feel that rooting ends down to the feet, heels, whole ball of the foot, whole metatarsal ridge, nice and grounded. Lift, connect those abdominals on in, lift that pelvis on up. Nice deep inhale, broaden through those shoulder blades, heavy through that rib cage, articulating your way on down. Nice deep inhale, exhale again, posterior scoop that pelvis on back. Build that length all the way on up. Length that front of the hip line, squeeze those glutes from underneath. Good. Now see as we're here, see if you can take a right leg on up and place it down. Now if that feels too much here, you're welcome to keep both legs down, but you're also welcome to bring those hands back down. Taking the hands away, it's taking one of our pieces of our base of support. So it's giving more work into it, but if it feels like you're not quite ready for that, you're welcome to keep those hands down. So exchanging legs, the left leg comes with a little lift on up. And we place it down. We're trying to maintain that pelvic height throughout. We're taking on a march with a lift. And a lower. And a lift. And a lower. One more each side. And a lift. And a lower. And a lift. And a lower. Nice deep inhale. On that exhale, broaden those shoulders. Heavy to that rib cage. And let that come all the way on down. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, posterior scoop. Squeeze those little glutes. Build that bridge on up. Weight it through those heels. Whole ball of the foot. Connecting up. Let that right leg come on up. Extend that leg on up. Little scissor with the leg. We're letting it lengthen out and up. Single leg reach and up. See if you can add the arms. The arms reach back to a hover and up. Arms and legs lengthen away from each other and up. 2 more and reach and up. 1 more and reach and up. Bend that knee. Place that leg down. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, articulate that spine on down. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, scoop that pelvis. Articulate that spine all the way on up. It's the left leg this time. Left leg comes up to our tabletop. And then it's going to find that length and reach on up. We're going to scissor leg down and up. Reach away, coming back on up. Add the arms, reach, coming back on up. Arms and legs lengthen away, coming back on up. 2, and up. And 1 more, coming on up. Bend that knee, place that leg down. Nice deep inhale, broaden those shoulder blades. Heavy rib cage, low lumbar pelvis, and let those arms release their way on down. Hug those knees in for a minute. Take some knee circles, circling around, a little stirring of those femur bones, releasing into the hip sockets. Nice mobility. Reverse that coming inwards. Grabbing on behind the thighs, get a little length, hamstring length, extend, and bend on in. Inhale, opening into the back of the legs, and exhale on in. Place those feet back down. Heels in line with the sits bones. Building on our double leg extending of those legs we did earlier, we're going to let that right leg come to tabletop. And we're going to let that left leg come to join. We're going to start those arms with a reach on up. So nice deep inhale. On our exhale, we're going to curl up and we're going to extend those legs on out at the same time. Now, if you're not curling, you're just going to keep that head down. Arms press, legs extend. So find your level there. As we're here, we're going to let those legs take an open, squeeze closed, knees bend in first, and then arm and head releasing down. This is our coordination. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, arms press, legs extend. Keep that curl, legs open, squeeze to close, bend those knees on in, arms and head releasing down. Inhale, exhale, curl, legs extend, open, and squeeze. Knees bend in and release. Inhale and exhale. Legs extend. Open. Squeeze and bend. Release. Inhale, exhale. To extend and open. And squeeze. Knees bend and release. Inhale, exhale. Legs extend and open and squeeze. Knees bend and let that release. Release for a moment here. We're going to go into our hundreds. So nice deep inhale. Find that fullness of the breath. On that exhale, find your level. Add the curl if you can. Extend those legs on out. If that head's down, that's an option 2. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Way to bring all that tautness, all that connection into the abdominals. So if you're feeling any strain in the neck, give it a little release. Remind it back on in. Feeling any extra work, like you're trying to arch into that pelvis at all, bend those knees on in. Feel that sense of support, and then maybe energize them back on out. Don't let any pain creep in. Find that strength. Here's that strength. Inhale. Almost there. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Knees bend in. And let that come all the way on down. Nice deep inhale. Exhale those legs to find the mat. Nice deep inhale. And exhale, take a little turn over onto your side. So we're going to come to some side line here. So as we do that, we have options. So I'm going to come up on my forearm here, a little bit more work for that lat connection. You are welcome to do this lying on the mat. Create a little cradle pillow for your head with your arm. You're going to remind that side body to stay a little lift on up, little space of those bottom ribs on up, so you have a little space for a little toy car to live under there. So you can find your level, whatever feels like it's going to be best for you today. If you're on that forearm, find that connection. We're gonna have to remind that connection throughout, that shoulder into the back, those ribs engaged on in and up. So we're starting, this top hand can rest on the mat. I like to place it right on my pelvis because this is about pelvic stability here as we're taking a little movement through the leg. So I'm just starting with a little lift and lower of that top leg. Working into my glute med, the stabilizer of the hip right here on top. Working into this oblique work as I'm staying lifted, or even if you're on the mat, it's that oblique support from underneath that you want, firing throughout. Good, now to keep it up, about hip level or maybe a little bit higher at your end range here, where you can keep those hips nice and stable, little pulse. Four, three, two, one. Extend that leg on out. So straight leg here, let it come down to the mat. So now with that extended leg, I have my lift and lower. Keeping right at hip level and a little circle as if you're drawing that circle with the heel. I'm starting to feel it into that glute med. Maybe you are too. Check back into the shoulder if you're up like me. Bottom ribs, abdominal support. Reverse your circle. And let that pause. Now we're going a little external rotation back to our parallel. Spiral. That leg is spiraling in the hip socket here. So I'm still trying to maintain this pelvis nice and stable, not letting it swing back from the pelvis, just getting that rotation in the hip. Now I'm going to keep this external rotation. I'm drawing a little circle in my external rotation. Still with that heel. And let that reverse. Pause it there. I'm still in my external rotation. I'm going to get a little reach out of my top arm. Good. Elbow and knee are going to come to meet. And then reach both away. Elbow and knee come to meet. And reach both away. I'm adding a little flex as it draws in, point as it extends on out, little articulation to the feet. You can if you would like. One more. Now I'm going to find that length of both. If you're up like I am, see if you can take a little lift balance for a moment. Both sides long. Let that hold. 4. If you're lying on your side, you're just focusing those bottom ribs. Nice, lifted and connected. 3, 2, and 1. And let that come on in. I'm going to come back lying on the mat and take a little figure 4 stretch. So that leg I just worked, that was my top leg. I'm pressing it against that thigh. That might be enough of a stretch for you. If you want to deepen the stretch, you're going to grab onto that back of the thigh, pull it towards you. And nice deep inhale and exhale. Playing into the stretch of it. I like to kind of draw into the stretch where I'm feeling it and then release slightly off. Draw back into that stretch and then release slightly off, breathing with that. One more. Good. We get to change sides. So finding whatever level that you were working at on that first side, either lying down on your back, cradling that head, or up on that forearm here. My knees are bent, my legs are stacked to start, and I have my top hand onto the hip. I'm collecting those bottom ribs and finding that lat connection, starting with the lift and lower of that top leg. I'm coming to that end range of that lift with a little pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to extend that leg on out, flexing the foot so I feel a little energy and reach out for that heel. So now with my lengthened leg, I'm taking a lift and lower. Started here in parallel. Toes shining straight forward. I'm checking back into my shoulder, my bottom ribs, my abdominal connection. I'm starting to feel it in that top hip. I'm keeping it right at hip level there, taking a little circle, drawing it with the heel. reverse. And then taking a pause there, right at hip level there, from parallel, turning out. Coming back parallel, turning out, and in. And one more, and I'm going to keep that rotation there. I'm drawing a little circle with the heel and that external rotation. And let that reverse. And let that pause. I'm going to reach that top arm, find that length, both arm and leg. I'm letting that bend on in. Elbow and knee come to meet. Reach, extending on out. And elbow and knee come to meet. Reach, extending on out. Checking back into that bottom shoulder, bottom ribs. And reach, extend. I'm adding that flex as it bends in. And point as it extends. And flex it in. And point as it extends. And 2. And reach, and 1, and reach for that length, that whole upper side line. Connect to that bottom shoulder if you can. You're taking that hover lift. Nice deep inhale, exhale. That support in. We hold 4, 3, 2, and 1, and let that come all down in, resting on down. Lying on your back, figure 4. We're letting that leg come across, little press. Grabbing onto that back of that opposite thigh. If you want to deepen the stretch, pull it towards you. Breathing with a nice deep inhale. I like to draw into the stretch on that inhale. And then exhale, just releasing slightly off. Inhale, drawing into that stretch. Exhale, releasing off. One more. Good, and let that come on down. Okay. Nice deep inhale. On our exhale, we're back finding that neutral spine, neutral pelvis. We're going to let that right leg come on up and that left leg come up to join into our tabletop. Nice deep inhale. On our exhale, let those arms energize their way on up towards the ceiling here. And they're going to come with a little cross. So I'm just stacking both hands on top of each other. And those hands are right over the center of our sternum. So I'm squeezing those legs together to midline. And I'm going to take a little twist and curl. So I'm going to brush on the outside of the right thigh on our exhale. And then center it off and down. Inhale. I'm alternating exhale and twist to the left. And put it back center. Inhale and twist. Brushing on the outside of the thigh. Coming back and center. Exhale. 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 And center. One more each side. Exhale, twist. And release. And exhale, twist. And release. Okay, not done with that oblique work. We're going to let those arms come out to our T to the side of those palms facing down. I still have that squeeze of those legs into tabletop. I'm going to tick-tock my legs here. So I'm going to use that spinal rotation. I'll let those knees drop to the right. My gaze is going to the left. You can allow that pelvis to come on up. And the oblique work draws it back to center. So nice deep inhale and center. Exhale those knees over. Look away from them and draw back to center. Inhale. Exhale those knees. Pull away. And drawing back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Now if you need more workout, I think you're going to give those legs a little bit more length. So they're going to drop, reach, and pull it back in. Drop, reach, pull it back in. Drop, reach, pull it back in. Drop, reach. Let's do one more each side. Almost there. Drop, reach, and pull it in. And drop, reach. Good. And coming center. Let those hands migrate their way back to either side of the pelvis. Feel back into alignment, square there on the back. Energize those arms to reach. We're going to build on our coordination here. This one's called our butterfly. So nice deep inhale. On our exhale, we're curling up as those legs extend. Now pause here for a moment. Send those thumbs on up. Now both arms and legs are going to open, squeeze, close. We have 3 more. Open, exhale, close. Inhale, open, squeeze, close. One more. Inhale, exhale, palms down, bend those knees, and come on down. Inhale, exhale, curl up, legs extend. Send those thumbs up, arms, legs open, squeeze closed. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, palms down, bend those knees in, arms release. Inhale, exhale, we curl, legs extend, thumbs up and open. Squeeze close. The last one, make it the most and squeeze. And inhale and squeeze. Last one for 4 and a squeeze. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. And bend those knees and let that come on down. Great job, guys. Let those legs come down beneath the mat, one at a time. Roll over to your side carefully to come on up. And we're flipping around to all 4s. So you're going to find those hands and knees here. So for hands and knees, a modification here, if you have knee issues and you can't be weight bearing on your knees, is you could do this standing. So we're going to take a little work to that leg, we're going to add a little curl to the spine, and then we're going to add a little opposition curl. So if you cannot be on those knees for any reason, you're going to find an edge of a chair, something to hold on to, find that length to support the spine just like we would in all 4s, and you're going to follow along with the same thing here standing. So don't put any unneeded pressure on your knees if you have knee issues. But if you can come here on all 4s, you're going to set yourself up. Hands right underneath the shoulder girdle. Those knees right underneath the pelvis. We're going to start with a little cat-cow of the spine. So nice and inhale. Feel how much mobility you can find. Your gaze is looking in toward your center. Rib cage is looking up towards the ceiling. Extend to that neutral. Open to an arch. And exhale and expand to that arch. One more and let that curl. Now from that curl, you're going to find that length, that neutral spine. So imagining our back was a table there, nice and flat. Abdominals are nice and lifted. I'm becoming aware of where my shoulders are here. Shoulders wide in the back. Long neck appearing on out as those shoulders draw into the back. So my first movement here is going to be with my leg extending on back. So single leg reaching on back. Notice as you reach that leg on back, you can find the ball of the foot, but also you're maintaining that pelvis on that nice even plane, that you haven't twisted the hips to send that leg back. You can keep that nice and even across. So my first movement here is just my lift and lower of that leg. Getting a little hip extension starting to happen, hip length, little squeeze up into that glute. That's what you want to be feeling. Now we're going to pause that leg at hip level. I'm going to point the toe, and you're going to round that spine to a curl. Feel like your forehead and knee can come to meet. My rib cage is looking up to the ceiling, and then lengthen it back out. Flex the foot, shine that heel back, and point the toe. Bend that knee coming on in. Curl that spine. Reach that length, extend it back, and curl it on in. And reach that length on back. Now pause here. Here's our challenge. We're going to see if we can take that opposite arm. Now, if this gets too much for you, opposite arm and leg in the movement, you're going to stay with the movement we just were at. Just that knee and that spine curling. So, now as we curl, that elbow and knee want to come to meet. And then back into length, both arm and leg reach on out. Exhale, draws in that curl. And inhale, reach, extend. Exhale, draws in that curl. Exhale, reach, extend. Exhale, draws in that curl. Exhale, reach, extend. We have one more. Exhale and curl. Reach. And both arm and leg come on down. Little child's pose, stretch on back. Extend those arms, let that forehead be heavy. Nice deep inhale. Nice full exhale, and start to stack that spine. Here's all 4, shoulders right over wrist. Right away, I'm finding again that lengthened spine where those shoulders are on the back. I'm reaching my opposite leg, so my left leg reaches back, assessing that sense of my flat plane of my pelvis, getting that hip extension as to start that glute squeeze with that lift and lower of the leg. And with that, pause that out. I'm pointing the foot, bending and curling to come on in. Let that torso help create space. Lengthen it on out. Point and bending on in. And flex and reach, extend it out. And point and bend it on in. And flex and reach, extend it on out. And point and bend it on in. And flex out and find that lengthened pause. Opposite arm to join in. And we curl elbow to knee. Reach, extending on out. Challenge yourself. See if you can let that gaze look into the knee. Really change that head and add more work to it. And curling in. Reach, extend on out, and let it come on down. Sit it back to those heels. Extend those arms long. Nice deep inhale. Nice full exhale. Let yourself lengthen on out. We're going to come to lying onto our stomach here. Those legs extended on back, moving into an extension. So I'm going to let my hands cross. There being a little pillow for my forehead. And I'm going to let my back of my forehead rest on the back of my palms. So I'm going to organize my pelvis as I'm here. I'm going to root that pubic bone down. Give it a little feeling of a reach of that tailbone. And then that creates a little space and lift. I'm trying to lift those abdominals, create a little tunnel of space. My legs are about hip width distance apart. You can kind of judge finding how far apart those legs need to be for you to really help to organize that pelvis. So I'm noticing my shoulders as I'm here with those elbows bent out to the side. I'm going to really pull those shoulders in the back. So I have this kind of long, open triangle with the arms here. My arms are going to go with me here. I'm keeping this length to the back of the neck. I'm just floating to a little extension on up. And I'm just moving from my upper body. My legs are going to stay planted to start. Yeah, so keep that organization of the pelvis. Run that pubic bone down. Inhale, exhale, and connect and lift on up. Shoulders down the back. Nice big triangle of space of those elbows to shoulders. Coming on down. Inhale. Exhale with that lift. And lower. This helps me to keep this length to the back of the neck. Sometimes we want to overextend that head in our extensions. And that's not necessary. That's not what we really want to work. We really want to find more movement and ability through our sternum and upper back. Through each vertebrae of the spine. So I'm going to pause here, and I'm going to pulse here at my end range. Pulse. Pulse. Keep reminding those shoulders down, down. Abdominals up, up. Last 2, 1, and letting that come on down. Little rest. Elbows heavy. Okay, we're going to add on to that. So you're going to find that same extended hover lift. We're going to add a little twist. So nice deep inhale. Exhale, start the same. Drawing on up to that extension. Now from here, you're going to take a little rotation to the right. Coming back to the center. See how much you can rotate it left. As I rotate, I'm trying to feel that top elbow looks up. Keep that shoulder down the back. Come back in center. And elbow looks up. And back in center, release it on down. Almost there, here's our last set. Building on that. Reorganize that pelvis, heavy pubic bone, nice deep inhale. Exhale, let abdominal support up with that extension. Draw those shoulders. We're rotating to the right. And now I'm in this rotation, I'm taking a little pulse. Pulse. Up. Up. Now I'm coming back through center, taking a little release on down. Here's our last one to the left. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, heavy pubic bone, and float it on up. I'm rotating to the left. Keep that rotation and pulse it up. Up. Notice that shoulder blade. Really pull it down the back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back center and release it down. A lot of work for the back there. Let's press it on back. Lengthen it out. Little child's pose stretch. Draw that head in, really curl. You can even let those hands interlace. That kind of deepens that stretch. Interlace behind the thighs and curl your way on up towards the ceiling. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Stacking that spine on up. So we're going to do a little massage through that back. We're going to come sitting those feet towards the front of the mat. You know, space for those legs into our rolling like a ball. Not sure if any of you have done this one before. If you have, it's super fun once you get going. So I have my heels squeezing together. My knees have a little bit of space apart. And my hands are going to come grabbing onto my shins here. My elbow is giving a little energy out to the side, but my shins pressing into my back of my upper arm. So I'm coming back onto my sits bones, and I'm going to walk onto the tips of my toes. I'm going to find this balance point here. So on my exhale, I'm going to try to find a little lift and hover of those legs. So here's my balance place on the back of my sits bones, on the back of my tailbone just tucked under. So I'm going to inhale, round it back. I'm just going to meet the base of my shoulder blades. Yep, this is important that you don't get too much momentum that you go back onto your neck here. So I'm letting that roll back. I'm keeping this C curve in my spine, and I'm coming back on up, and I'm trying to find that balance place. And the first couple of times it might be a little back and forth finding where that balance place is. That's okay. We're going to kind of hone into where that is. Now this is our inhale that rounds us back. I'm keeping my head tucked in here. Inhale rounds us back to the shoulder blades. Exhale, draw that core support, find that balance. Inhale, round it back. Exhale, find that balance place. Inhale, round it back. Exhale, scoop in those abdominals, find that balance place. It gets fun as you get it going. Inhale, keep that C curve, that spine throughout. And one more inhale and exhale, rock, find that balance place. Good, let those legs touch on down. Nice, extend those legs on out, they're side by side. We're taking our spine stretch. So I'm energizing out those heels, reaching forward those arms, nice deep inhale. On the exhale, I'm reaching forward with those arms and I'm taking that C curve on my spine, balanced over that pelvis. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, stack that spine into our length. Inhaling up. Exhale and C curve that spine. Hollowing those abdominals in and back. Send those ribs back. Stack that spine back on up. One more. Exhale and reach, round. And coming back on up. Taking those feet apart, we're going to go into our saw. So those legs are a little wider than your mat. Those arms are going to come out to the side. We're going to take a twist. I'm reaching my pinky finger across to meet my outside, my little toe there as I reach forward. So there's a twist with a forward reach. And inhale. Exhale, forward and reach. Inhale, center. Exhale, forward and reach. Inhale, center. Exhale, forward and reach. Inhale, center, exhale, forward, and reach. And coming back through center, little shimmy, shake those legs together. And those knees are going to bend, but I'm still keeping a little space for those legs. So I'm reaching those arms, and I'm starting tall on those sits bones. So nice deep inhale here. On the exhale, I'm starting to carve, hollow, scoop those abdominals in and back. I'm just coming to a little balance space behind the tailbone. So nice deep inhale. On my exhale, I'm going to add a little rotation, so I'm letting that twist. Inhale, center. Staying back from that curl-eye twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Staying back from that curl, I reach my arms up. And exhale, forward. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, forward. Inhale those arms up. Keep drawing in that core support. This curl. Inhale. And exhale, it's going to pull me forward, round and curl on over. Stack that spine on up. I'm going to take all those ranges, that twist, arms reach up and to the side and going into around the world. So follow along with me. Those arms are going to start with that reach on forward. Nice deep inhale. Tall on those sits bones. Exhale, scoop and hollow those abdominals back. That C curve of the spine. Nice deep inhale. I'm going to start to the right. Let that twist. Stay back in that curl. Arms reach up. Exhale. Left and coming back to the center. Stay going to the right. Exhale. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, left. Back to the center. One more time to the right. Twist. Reach it up and over. Twist and through the center. Pull that length over and stack that spine tall. Time for the left. Exhale and curl. Scoop. Inhale, exhale, twist. And reach. And twist. Center, left twist, arms reach up and right and center. One more and twist, arms reach and right and coming back center. Inhale, exhale, pull that length on over and stack that spine on up. Great job. Okay guys, so next we're going to do our plank. So first we're going to take our stable plank. We're going to take it, you can take it on your forearms, fully extended arms, you can be on those knees. But the first part of it, we're going to do our protraction and retraction of those shoulder blades. So whether you're on those forearms, it's just those shoulder blades gliding together and then feeling that sense of that connection and that width on the back. Then we're going to hold for the second part of it, just that nice stable plank, holding it nice and strong. So we're going to do 2 sets of planks today, so that'll be our first one. Our second one's going to be a little surprise at the end there, but just keeping some stamina for the second one, okay? So we're going to set up those forearms or whatever arm placement that you feel best. Actually, I'm going to do my fully extended arms today. You're going to walk those knees back, bring that pelvis forward, or you can find that full plank. Feel that energy. Yes, first part is that protraction, squeeze those shoulders together. Feel them wide on the back. Squeeze and find that width. Squeeze, find that width. Squeeze. One more, and then you're gonna find that stable plank. Hold it. Feel that support, shoulder blades wide, abdominals engaged and in. Energy out that crown of the head. Nice length of that neck. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw those knees on down and let that lengthen on back. Nice deep inhale and nice full exhale. Okay, plank number 2. This one's fun. So you can find whatever version works for you, but we're starting with those arms on our forearms, and we're starting with them right underneath the shoulder girdle. Now you can do this on the fully extended legs, which I'll show first, but then I'll show you our modification. So the shoulder blades are wide. I'm going to start here with about an 8 count hold, and then I'm going to change my feet first and change to my side plank. My hand can either come here using the support on the mat or wherever you're feeling strong, but 8 count hold here. I come back, I go to the other side, change my feet, change the arms. Come back, and we'll take a rest. Now if you're doing a modified version, you can do this on the knees. Shift onto those side of the legs. Here's my support. Yep. You can also just do your center plank and then come down, reset for a side plank, come down and do the other side. Okay, so find your version here. Setting those arms like they're an equal sign there. Shoulders into the back. Reaching back onto those feet or on those knees. Find that nice stable plank. We hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I shift my feet and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I come back to the center. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, change my feet, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, back to center, holding 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and here's my break. Those knees come down, lengthen the back to our child's pose stretch. Shift that weight forward, tuck those toes under, pressing into our downward dog. Drop those heels. Nice deep inhale. Walk those hands on back, letting that hang on over. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, slow roll up that spine. All the way tall. Thank you guys so much for working out for me today. I hope this is keeping you just as energized as it is for me. Have a great day.